This video lesson is all about the graph of linear inequalities in two variables. Before we proceed with the graphing, let's call on the symbols used in linear inequalities. So we have x is greater than 2 and x is greater than or equal to 2. So we need to identify the value of x. So for the first one, x is greater than 2, we have 3, 4, and 5, and so on. So we will use the ellipsis or the 3 dots. It implies and so on or continuation. For x is greater than or equal to 2, we will start with 2 since it has or equal at the bottom. So we will have 2, 3, and 4, and so on. So we will use 3 integers and then comma ellipses. How about the third and the fourth one? So we have x is less than 2 and x is less than or equal to 2. So for x is less than 2, x is equals to 1, 0, -1, and so on. For x less than or equal to 2, so we will include the value 2, 1, 0, and so on. So I hope you can identify the difference between the greater than and the greater than or equal to, and also for the less than and less than or equal to. Now let us graph. So we have 2x minus 3y is equals to 6. This is just a recall of the first quarter. So we will use the intercept or cover method. So we need to find the value of x-intercept, which is a. So if we are looking for a, y is always 0. So using the given, we will use the cover method. We will cover the term with y, and then the remaining terms are 2x equals 6. In order to get the value of x, we need to divide both sides by 2, and then 2x divided by 2, that is x, and then 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So the value of the x-intercept is 3. For the y-intercept or b, x is always 0. So using the given, we will cover the term with x. So we will cover here 2x. The remaining terms are -3y is equals to 6. And then in order for us to get the value of y, we need to divide both sides by -3. And then we will divide -3y over -3, or simply cancel the numerical coefficient -3. So we have y. 6 divided by -3, that is -2. So the value of the y-intercept is -2. Next, we will plot the x and y-intercept in the Cartesian plane. So x-intercept can be found in the x-axis. So we have +3 on the right side. And then y-intercept is located at the y-axis downward because it is negative. So here is the point. And then we will connect the 2 points to have a straight line. So basically, this is the graph of the linear equation. How about for the linear inequality? So we have 2x minus 3y less than 6. We will still use the x and y intercept that we solved a while ago. So we have x-intercept 3, y-intercept -2. The only difference is, since we have less than here, we will use broken line to connect the 2 points. Broken line means the points in the line are not part of the solution. And then last step, we need to identify the shaded region. So in order for you to identify the shaded region, the left side of the inequality, make the left side of the inequality 0, and then copy less than 6. And then identify if the statement is true or false. So is 0 less than 6? Yes. So meaning, the origin or the 0, 0 is part of the solution. So we will shade the part of the graph including the origin. So we will shade the upward part. So the shaded part or the points located in the shaded region are all solutions of this inequality. How about the third one? So we have 2x minus 3y less than or equal to 6. So still, we will use the x and y intercept we have solved a while ago. Or x-intercept 3, y-intercept in the y-axis negative 2. And then here, since we use the less than or equal to symbol, we will use solid line to connect the points. Meaning, the points on the line are part of the solution. And then we will check now, which is the shaded region. So, we need to change the left part of the inequality into 0. And then less than or equal to 6. So, we need to identify if this statement is yes or no. So, is 0 less than or equal to 6? The answer is yes. So meaning the origin is part of the solution. So here is the shaded region of this graph. All the points in the shaded region are part of the solution. Let's have the fourth one. 3x plus y greater than or equal to 6. So we need to use the intercept or cover method since we don't have the same equation as the first, second, and third examples. So we have a, y is 0. So using the given, we will cover the term with y. So we have 3x equals 6. And then we need to divide both sides by 3 to get the value of x. So we will cancel 3. So we have x equals 2. So the value of the x-intercept is 2. For the y-intercept or b, x is always 0. So we need to cover the term in the example with x, and then we have the remaining terms y is equals to 6. So the y-intercept here is 6. Now we can graph the inequality. So we have x-intercept 2 and y-intercept 6. So we will locate the x-intercept in the x-axis 2 and then y-intercept in the y-axis 6. And then because we use greater than or equal to symbol, we will use the solid line, meaning the points on the line are part of the solution. And then we need to check which is the shaded region. So you will change 3x plus y, it will become 0, and then greater than or equals to 6. This statement is not true, so no, meaning the origin is not part of the solution. So we will not shade the part where the origin is. So we will shade the right side of the graph. And then here are the solutions of this inequality.